Hyperspace First Order video number 5. Oh, we're almost done.
No, hey, you know what? I really want to say hello to everybody. Merry Christmas, and wishing you all a very, very happy New Year's.
That's right.
We have, this last year has been a treat to be able to sit here with you, sir. I have truly enjoyed having the fun with our notebook picking at each other.
Yeah, suck it up now. What's he want?
But I'll honestly with you, I've really enjoyed being able to do these videos and chatting with all of you. Maybe not face to face, but being able to chit chat and have some fun and do this has been a good time. So we really, really want to do more next year and continue doing this. So please, by all means, use crimsonctg at gmail.com.
Or harass us on our Facebook page. Or
at Crimson Core.
Yeah.
Or on the YouTube channel, harass us on this by making a discussion on the bottom.
Yeah.
We'll be releasing 5 videos today. So,
and this being the last.
This being the last one.
First Order builds for Hyperspace. So what?
Hyperspace is coming to Seattle when?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways, Hyperspace is coming to Seattle. I think in May.
Well, people all over the world watch our videos, so there's Hyperspaces all over the place.
True.
So, what did they give us to build with First Order if you're a First Order player? The TIE FO fighter, the TIE SF fighter, the TIE VN silencer, and the Epsilon class shuttle.
Which everybody's playing.
Yeah, which everybody's playing. Out of the 5 builds, like the 5 different factions that we've gone over today, this selection is the only selection that if I go to an extended event right now, I will see all 4 of these ships in one build being played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The other selections we've gone through, you'll see other ships brought in. I'm talking extended, so you get to play with all your old school stuff. You'll see other ships built in and mixtures and all that.
Well, Resistance is the same thing,
though. First Order?
Resistance is the same thing, though. You see the X-Wings and the bombers and stuff like that, but you can't really fit the Millennium Falcon.
There's not a whole lot of people playing Resistance. No. The Resistance is seeing very little play, whereas First Order is seeing 70% of the players are First Order.
Last Thursday, which was our monthly tournament at Bastions, no word of a lie, I was the only Rebel player there, and every other table and every other player was playing First Order. I'm like, oh my goodness. All I saw was First Order on the board. Or on the whole thing. It was all First Order. So, anyways. So, our builds. Do you want to go first this time for the build?
I'll go first.
Okay, I'll let you go first, and we'll see how close we are.
I went 3 ships.
Oh, 3 ships.
Yes, I went 3 ships. I went 2 SFs and a silencer.
Okay.
So I've got pilot skills 6, 5, and 4. The 6 being an SF, which is quick draw.
Yeah.
The 5 being Blackout, which is a silencer. I mean, Blackout's the only silencer I would fly.
I like Blackout. On Blackout.
Yeah, and then number 4, Backdraft. So I really have 3 really ugly ships on the board. I didn't get too fancy with them. Backdraft, I gave, let's see here, give me a second. Let's see, Backdraft, I gave Trick Shot, which is always nice. That's, when you attack through an obstacle, you get 1 extra die to roll. I think, and that goes with Blackout's kind of play style too. And I gave him Special Forces Gunner, which is 10 frickin' points. But while you perform a primary attack, if your your little dial pointer is in your front arc, you may roll 1 additional attack die. After you perform a primary attack, if your little turret is in your rear arc, you may perform a bonus primary attack. So I mean, it's
double tap.
Yeah, you set it up to double tap, or I mean, it's worth more than having the 1 extra die. Either way, it's 10 points. It adds up fast, but I think Backdraft's tricky enough. While you perform a turret primary attack. If the defender is in your rear, you roll 1 additional die. What is this? Heavy weapon. Okay, die. Heavy weapon turret. You can rotate your turret only to your front or your back, and it says you must treat your front arc requirements of your equipped missile upgrade as a turret. Yeah, no, I threw them in there. I like them. Quick draw, again, we all know quick draw. After you lose a shield, you may spend 1 energy. If you do, perform a bonus attack.
He's not as good as he's not as strong.
No, but I gave him also Special Forces Gunner. I gave him Trick Shot, and I gave him Homing Missiles.
Oh, wow.
So he's kind of set up to be kind of dirty. And then, of course, Blackout, that's in the TIE, the End Silencer. He also got Outmaneuver, Prime Thusters, which, I mean, we're all familiar with those, as well as Cluster Missiles. So whether that's the best build out there or not, I mean, now that I've watched, a lot of people are doing the shuttle and throwing a couple ships with the shuttle.
Usually.
And kicking butt. So, I mean, I put this together before this was released, and I could see how things play. Now that I've seen things play, to be honest, I think most people will show up to the tournaments with the shuttle and a couple ties or,
why wouldn't you?
Or whatever.
The shuttle's amazing.
The shuttle seems to punch pretty good. So that's what I threw together for my little hyper build.
You know what's funny about this is every
build we've been really close on ships.
We've had at least one ship in every build that we both have won.
Which disgusts me.
I find it quite funny. You know why I find it funny? Because I mean, I'm starting to get good at thinking what he thinks. This could be very dangerous for him. I might actually be able to beat him one of these times. I have beat you a couple times. All right. So, what did I build? So he was talking about the Epsilon. Well, guess what I built?
You put an Epsilon in?
I put an Epsilon in.
That's probably the smarter move.
So, what did I do? I put the Epsilon in. Which Epsilon? I used Captain Cardinal, which is their top. He's 77 points on my build. He's a 4 pilot. So his pilot card is as follows. While a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 with lower initiative than you defends or performs an attack, if you have at least 1 energy, that ship may reroll 1 focus result after an enemy ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, lose 1 energy, linked battery. While you perform a system attack, roll 1 additional attack dice. I basically built this because I like the fact of the linked battery because I get to, if I had a system, a cannon in my loadout, which I do, then I get to roll an additional attack dice on my attack. So what did I put in on him? So I decided to run with Captain Phasma, which
that's a popular one.
And why did I run with Captain? Well, because she looks pretty cool. But again, I would never ever fly First Order because I just don't like it.
You know what though?
But anyway, Captain Phasm. At the end of the engagement phase, each enemy ship at range 0 to 1 that is not stressed gains a stress token. So you all come into the Epsilon to hit it. If at range 0 to 1 you're in there, you're all going to gain stress token at the end of the engagement. I love it. Everybody's stressed. You can't. Now you're stuck. So that's kind of cool. That's why the reason I put her on there. And I put heavy laser cannon, which again with the ability of the captain, instead of rolling 4 dice, I'm now rolling 5.
Yeah.
So it allows me to roll 5 dice at ranges 2 to 3. So that gives me heavy laser cannon with 5 dice attack, which gives me a little bit of extra oomph, right? So, and then I put Petty Officer Tennyson on there, which is during the activation or engagement phase, after an enemy ship in your front firing arc at range 0 to 1 gains a red or orange token. If you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token. If you do, that ship gains 1 additional of that type, the type of that it gained. So, if I give somebody a jam token, they'll get a second jam token. If I give somebody a disarm token, they get a second disarm token. If I decide to give somebody a stress token, they'll gain a second stress token. So I kind of, when building this together, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this really work. So Captain Phasm with Petty Officer works really well, and with the ability of the captain in there, that's pretty good. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty nifty. So, and I love, when I did actually have First Order stuff, I loved flying the Epsilon. So being able to fly it was pretty cool. So what else did I fly? I'm also flying 3 other ships with the Epsilon. The all-staple Quick Draw, Pilot 6, he's in there. Jared went over what Quick Draw does, so I need to go over it again. But all I put on him is Fanatical.
Okay.
So Fanatical, if you're not familiar with it, is while you perform a primary attack, if you are not shielded, you may change one of your focus results to a hit result. So if you don't have a focus, he doesn't have a focus token because he's like a tie, right? So most people give him an evade token. So if you have Fanatical on him, that allows you to take one of your focus tokens, your focus results, and turn it into an attack, So I thought it was pretty good. And it's Quick Draw. And then I put the Zeta Squadron Survivor on there, who's got nothing on him. He's just basic. Because I want to fly as many ships as possible when I'm flying this kind of thing. And then I put Backdraft. So Backdraft is while you perform a turret primary attack, if you defend, if the defender is in your rear attack arc, roll 1 additional die. Heavy weapon turret, you can rotate your turret indicator only to your front or your back firing arc. You may treat the front firing arc requirement of your equipped
Backdraft, that's in one order.
Equipped missile upgrade as a weapon. And what did I give Backdraft? I just gave him crack shot. I made this very simple loadout. It's not very hard. See, for me, I've been finding that for myself, the less stuff that I've got to focus on in front of me with cards, the better it is for me. So I put as little as stuff on. I put my main focus into the Epsilon Captain. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do it this way. And then the other ships are there to
You know what?
do the stuff.
I think for Hyperspace, again,
And this is the
but what I was saying for the factions before, this is the only group where all 4 ships are a winner. Think about it. All 4 ships here you can use to build something awesome. I mean, if you want to swarm, you got to swarm. You want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all 4 ships in this choice you can't go wrong. I mean, the big thing right now.
First Order is really strong.
Yeah, I think the First Order it's the strongest out there, period, right now. I mean, Scum's got some stuff going
Resistance is there too.
Yeah, but you know what? At first, like I said, the tournament, I was at craving for a game, and it was just black on all the tables. First Order was well represented, and it was kicking butt.
Yeah, like I said, like the thing that I find very interesting is as soon as the First Order came out, it literally one of the ships I hated flying in 1.0 against was Quick Draw. He's just he's such a headache.
But he's fun to fly.
He's fun to fly,
and that's the thing too is the ships are all fun to fly. The Epsilon, that's fun to fly.
I love the Epsilon. I honestly do.
Blackout there, flying around in this little silencer. That's, the ship might be big for its base, but that's still fun to fly. What is that? The SFs and all that, they're fun to fly. I mean, it's a good little.
Yeah.
Now that I talk about it now, I'm wondering why did you buy the upgrade kit and keep the ships? Because it's really a solid little faction to play with.
Well, it seems to be a very solid faction to play with. And, I mean, would I get involved with First Order? I might, maybe down the line.
Well, you said you like flying the shuttle.
But to be honest with you, it's just, I'm really, really focusing hard on the Republic when it comes out.
But I think this faction is a true pilot's faction.
Yeah, I'm not
if you like
pilot,
to fly and arc dodge and just really, really perform, I think, yeah.
The First Order, I definitely agree with you. It's definitely a very strong faction, and it has a lot of potential, and it's very solid. Like anything you're flying, there's nothing really bad about it. They all kind of work together in a way, and you, like I said, you get everything you want out of it. Like you can fly a swarm, you don't have to fly a swarm. You want to fly something with a little bit more hammer pounding to it, you can do that, and you don't got to worry about it because it's all in the one faction, and all it is in is 4 ships.
Yeah. And
you sit there, you're wondering, what are you going to add to this faction down the line to make it even more crazy? But you know what? That we probably won't know that for at least probably for another half a year.
No, but
so.
I'm with the 5 factions that we discussed today. I think this will be the strongest one at the table. I think this is the one you have to be prepared to play against if you're not playing First Order.
Yeah, I think that I think you're absolutely correct.
I think we'll see this. I think we'll see I think Scum will be the next player. And I think
you'll see the Scum with the mining ties and stuff.
Yeah, I think where the mix with the Rebel Resistance and the
You'll see more. I think you'll see the third faction mostly played would be Resistance.
Think so?
Because of the fact Ray, and I was looking at today, like the combos are there and stuff like that. There's going
to be Ray Poe builds.
There's Ray Poe builds. There's going to be Ray Finn Poe. There's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff that's being built. So we just touched base. When I built my Resistance build, it was very basic, very small, very mediocre, and I'm probably looking at changing now because I forgot about the gunners. So I'm thinking about readjusting that loader, which I probably will redo. But the thing of the matter is I honestly feel the number one faction I think you'll see mostly played will be First Order. The Scum and Villainy, I think, is definitely second, but I also can see the Resistance being right there with the Scum and Villainy in second as well. Just the fact of all the combos with Ray and the ships that are available with the bombing and the Ray and the T-70s, they make it very, very efficient.
And the 2 that started it all will be at the bottom.
Yeah, the 2 that started it all will be at the bottom. Yeah. There'll be very little. Like, people will still play them, and they will come up with some crazy good stuff with it, but I just don't see it taking the lead in
I may be wrong on this because I didn't keep track of who won, but I think on Saturday at Craving there was 22 players, and if it wasn't first place, it was second place. My picking was first. Somebody with B-Wings won the tournament.
All B-Wings.
Well, they had B-Wings and some other stuff. I never made it to the top table, so I have no idea what the mix was. But, I mean, Rebels are still can be in there, but...
Yeah, don't get us wrong.
They're going to have to like the 4 ships they have to choose from, and that, I think, is where the handcuffs come in.
Exactly. I unfortunately, I don't think that we're talking hyperspace here. We're not talking like extended. We're talking hyperspace. And hyperspace, I don't see the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance, no matter how much I love playing Rebel, I don't see them taking any of the top tiers.
No.
I don't see any of them taking the top tiers. I think it's going to be between those 3 factions that are 2 that have just been released in Wave 2 and the Scum and Villainy with that mining tie. Those 3 factions are I think are going to be 1, 2, and 3. Like what order, I don't know, but I think that those are going to be the ones that you see played most.
So there you have it.
Be prepared to play against First Order.
Yeah, absolutely. There you have it. So now we just got to wait for another 2 factions to be released.
I'm looking forward to it. 7
we
factions.
will put our design talents to use again.
I will definitely put my design talents to use.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what my Republic build is going to be, but if you've been listening to every video that we've done,
it's going to have ARC 70s.
You should know that it's going to have ARC 70s in it. Yeah. All right.
Anyways, you guys have a good new year.
Take it easy.
We'll talk to you soon. You guys take care.
Bye-bye.